Hi, my name is Chris Gorski, and I'm with Air Excel. I'm here with my friend Derek Weber from Colorado Camper Van. Derek started Colorado Camper Van 10 years ago, and currently he upfits over 200 vans annually with great interiors and amazing pop tops, just like the one behind us. Derek installs a MAXXAIR MAXXFAN Deluxe in every single van he does, and today he's going to help me pull out an existing older model fan from a van and replace it with a top-of-the-line MAXXAIR MAXXFAN Deluxe. We're going to show you how to do that. It's not too hard to do. We're actually going to use a Dicor kit that's going to make our job easier, and I'm pretty psyched because we're going to put in a MAXXSHADE Plus from MAXXAIR. It's got LED lights and it's a great shade. We're going to show you how that works. So let's take a look at how that's going to happen. I believe the whole operation will take us just about an hour because I got a friend and he knows what he's doing. Here's a nice close-up of the current fan. This fan's probably 5 years old. The new fan is going to have a permanent and tilting shroud that's going to keep the rain out even when I'm using the fan. Kind of the bummer with this fan is if it was raining hard and at an angle, obviously some water is going to get inside. And you can take a good look at the very old lap seal that we're going to have to peel off in order to reinstall the new one. First we're going to take off the existing garnish ring, and then we're going to hang on to that so we can use it to measure the depth for when we cut the new garnish ring. Pretty straightforward. There's our wires. And Derek's going to head around. He just killed the power, and then he's going to go take out the fuse, and then we'll go on to step number 2. The Dicor Rooftop Installation Kit has plenty of materials for this fan swap out. It contains 2 tubes of self-leveling lap seal. It has a putty knife and 30 feet of butyl tape. So once we're done, we'll have some leftovers that we can hang on to. We're back up on the roof, and we are going to use the putty knife from the installation kit to scrape off the lap seal from the screw heads. We want to get enough lap seal off so that we can get a bite onto the screw head with the screw gun and then remove all the perimeter screws. All right, the next step is to cut the lap seal and free up the fan all the way around the perimeter, which we're doing with a sharp edge, so please be careful. And then we'll be able to lift the fan right out. And then we'll clean off all the lap seal on the perimeter so that when we lay down the new lap seal, it has a nice, clean bond. Old fan is out, and we are using a razor scraper to scrape off the remaining lap seal. We're going to speed this up, and he's going to go all the way around, get rid of all the exposed lap seal, and then we can clean up the roof surface. Now we'll use some acetone on a rag to clean up any remaining dirt or remnants of the lap seal, and that will give us a real nice clean surface so that when we put down the new lap seal and the new fan, it will ensure a watertight adhesion. We used the existing garnish ring to take a measurement on the new garnish ring so we could figure out exactly how to make the cut and so that the new one would fit perfectly in place. And if you haven't figured it out yet, we're using a little bit of high-speed video footage to save some time on the total length of the video. Then you can use a folding utility knife to scrape off all the burrs from the cutting process. And again, this video is obviously sped up quite a bit. Next step is to put the butyl tape on the downward side of the exterior shroud. When you do this, be sure to cover the screw holes with the butyl tape all the way, because that's what's going to create your watertight seal. After this, we can go on the roof again and install the shroud that he's working on right now.
Hey, Vaughn.
Yep.
Put it down in here.
It's going to fit right into the existing aperture.
But these four are the ones that go right in here. They're shorter and fatter.
Mm-hmm.
These are the ones that hold the fan down. They go down like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then these are the ones for the shroud on the bottom.
Now he's going to install the 16 perimeter screws and tighten them enough so that it squeezes some of the butyl tape out on the perimeter of the ring. And that's not a problem because we'll clean that up in a minute.
Is there a right and wrong way to line up those clips? Like if they're going front to back, did you screw
These?
up a bit? Yeah.
Nope. They can be turned around, doesn't matter.
They can be front and back?
No, they got to be side to side.
Yeah.
But there's no front or rear.
Now we use a utility knife to clean up the butyl tape that got squeezed out. Lap seal your screws. And around the edges. Be generous with your lap seal around the perimeter and also on the screw heads to ensure a good seal to keep water out. Those silver clips are side to side on the vehicle, and then when you put the fan in, you want the downward side facing front. Then install the 4 screws into the 4 holes that will slot into those silver clips and keep everything in place. The shade kit contains the fasteners with quick inline wiring nuts, and there's how the shade works. And then the underside of the shade has a silver material that will serve to keep heat out of the interior of the vehicle.
So for right now, I'm just going to leave the strip. It's very important that you make a point that the black one is positive and the white one is your ground.
Okay.
Because in housing solar world, those are flip-flopped.
Oh, okay.
Now we'll use wire nuts to wire the fan and the LED lights from the shade into the input power coming from the house battery. What you cannot see is the shade itself is resting off to the right, off camera. Now we'll install the shade mounting bracket with 4 screws, and those 4 screws fit right into the same screw holes from the fan, so it's a 4-screw process. Leave the wires hanging out because they will fit into a channel that is in the shade, and they'll be hidden and tucked away. Tuck the wires into the shade channel and then use mounting tabs that are on the shade that will fit into those little slots to secure everything into place. Be sure to eyeball the tabs so that they line up right nicely with the slots, and if you do that, everything will snap into place perfectly.
power button for those? Oh, the lights are on.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right, I'm back inside my van, and installation is complete. Shade is working great. Very excited about the shade for two reasons. One is that thermal layer is going to keep the interior of the van a little bit cooler during the day, and the other is it's going to keep the sunlight out in the mornings, because that used to wake me up because I'm kind of a light sensitive sleeper. The LEDs are working really well, and that's kind of cool because when I'm up in the upper sleeping berth, that's not far away, so I can use those to get ready for bed, and then I can just click off that light switch, you know, when it's time to go to sleep. What you cannot see probably is there are vent holes, so even when the shade is in place, I can still use my fan. So this is a pop-top van, remember, and that fan, when the pop-top is all the way up, is going to be 9 feet above my head and kind of hard to get at, but I have a remote control. The MAXXAIR Deluxe comes with a remote control, and it's kind of command central for the fan. The fan has 10 settings. Right now it's on 3. You can see 30%. And if you listen, I don't even know if you can hear that, but this fan is so much quieter than the old one, I can't believe it. There are 10 settings, and I can see that the air is being pulled out and the fan shroud is up and some other cool stuff. The temperature stuff is real cool. This has a automatic turn on feature. So I've got a thermostat that tells me the inside of this van right now is 70 degrees, and I have set it at 85. So when I go out hiking and biking, I don't have to leave the fan on during the day. It'll automatically turn on when the interior of the van hits 85. When I come back, it's going to be nice and cool inside this van. So thanks so much for watching. Honestly, it took us about an hour and 15 minutes to do the whole thing. Hope it was helpful. Just follow the step-by-steps and you'll be fine. My name is Chris Gorski. I'm with Excel. Please like both Excel and Colorado Camper Van on Facebook and also on YouTube. And have a great time out in the great outdoors.